Alright, we have been looking for you, Mr. Doctor. Mr. Doctor. It's strange. Maybe. Who might I judge? Sorry, I couldn't resist. I've always loved that little joke from the movie Doctor Strange.
Professor, we're running low on Suboxone.
Use melanorin. Plenty on hand. Almost as good. Causes cramping in Batarians. Supplement with butemerol.
Butemerol. Got it.
Senesine is the catalyst. Bonds to genetic markers. Hard to find. Expensive to mass produce. Why not Heplicor? Too unstable. Inconsistent results. Demazine better option. No. Demazine toxic to humans. Not an option. Not an option.
So... Huh. I'm sorry, I'm just double checking the voice actor for Mordin. And it is true that, I'm just double checking because I wanted to give credit to the voice actor for Mordin Solus. And, yeah, there was a change in voice actor from 2 to 3. It's interesting. You know when you Google something, it will show you some, like, wiki answers for questions that people usually ask, like, and it says, why did Mordin voice actor change? And it doesn't really give an answer. It just says the vocal specifications given to auditioners wanted someone to be able to be both dramatic and comedic, referencing Marshall Flinkman of Alias. The character was voiced by Michael Beattie, Beattie, in Mass Effect 2, though was replaced with William Salyers, 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 in 3. And it's interesting, because William Salyers was actually brought back for the reunion that they had recently for the entire voice cast, instead of the voice actor for him in 2. Huh. So apparently, one of the reasons... Hold on. Apparently, I may have found the answer here. It says I'm trying to... Because I want to be careful, because this is like from forum stuff, from what other people are saying, not necessarily an article, because apparently I don't see an article here. Okay, so apparently this is a quote from William Salyers when he was asked about the voice actor change from 2 to 3. Again, the gentleman we're going to be hearing in this game is not William Salyers. He took over the voice in Mass Effect 3. Michael, I'm going to say Beattie, or we'll just say Michael Beattie, is the one we'll be hearing in this game. And apparently William Salyers says, and I quote, "When a voice actor is replaced in a project, it's almost always because he or she or his or her agent couldn't come to an agreement with producers about money. It is practically unheard of for a producer to arbitrarily replace an actor once he or she has created a character. If you think about it, that just wouldn't make sense from a financial, risk-taking point of view. I don't know why Michael Beattie didn't do the voice for Mordin Solus in Mass Effect 3, but given that Mordin was a very popular character in Mass Effect 2, and the franchise is huge, and the third game was projected to be very popular, it is reasonable to assume that either Michael Beattie or his agents asked for more money, and the producers were either unable or unwilling to comply. Obviously, I can't say that I regret the decisions that led to him not voicing the part. I can say, however, that the director and I both approached the work with profound respect and admiration for what he had already established. I've never met Mr. Beattie, but if I do, as one of his many fans, I will congratulate him on his excellent work." I'll be honest, when I first played Mass Effect 3, I did notice that his voice seemed slightly different, but it wasn't really the kind of thing that made me go, hold on, this is a whole different voice actor or something like that. It was... I think William Salyers did a pretty excellent job in 3. Now, Michael B. does a fantastic job in this game. But it's just interesting. That whole situation. And apparently I don't see... Now some are speculating in this forum. One is saying that apparently he was busy with doing a Gilbert and Sullivan project for Pirates of Penzance, so he, scheduling-wise, couldn't be able to participate in Mass Effect 3 as Mordin Solus. I find that a little hard to believe, because usually some actors will find a way to get both projects done, where they have to do the rehearsals for that and then go do some voice work for this. And usually the people working on both these different projects can try and find a way to make both these kind of things work within a schedule. Like, okay, you can dedicate time to this and then be able to dedicate time to this. I don't know. Maybe it is possible that it was just simply a matter of they asked for more money, BioWare wasn't willing to give it or couldn't give it, and so they had to change. Regardless, I think both voice actors do an excellent job. Now, Michael Beatty really just knocks it out of the ballpark in this game in particular. But again, what William Salyers does in Mass Effect 3, I think was an excellent, excellent job, to the point where it moved me emotionally. But Mordin as a character, regardless of who's voice acting him, I mean, now of course, a huge reason why I love certain characters is because the actor or the voice actor that's playing them. Because in my opinion, the actor is what helps make the character. Now, this can be a little different if we're talking about characters, say, in books, since usually there's not really an actor attached to the character in a book. But that's usually one of the reasons why I tend to love certain characters, is because certain actors or voice actors just tend to do an amazing job playing the character or giving an excellent, amazing performance. And Mordin is one of the big reasons why, in my opinion. You'll notice that a lot of the reasons certain characters are very beloved by the fan base is because the voice actors just did an outstanding job just making people absolutely fall in love with the characters. And Mordin is no exception whatsoever, because when you listen to Mordin talk, I just marvel at the incredible voice acting talent that the voice actors did for Mordin, because when you listen to him speak, try to imagine talking like he does without, like, failing to say what you're trying to say, or stumble over your words, or whatever or just simply talk that fast. It's incredible. Now, forgive me, I'm probably not going to be doing any of the interrupts when talking to Mordin, because I just want you guys to listen to him talk. I just want him to keep going. And I want to do that also to showcase the type of character that he is when it comes to his intellect and how smart he is. I heard someone compare him to Sherlock, as in the Benedict Cumberbatch version of Sherlock Holmes, that show Sherlock, in the way of how he just like talks things out and tries to like break everything down very from step by step, talking in a very similar manner, but like as if he's like thinking the whole thing through, but he's thinking it out loud. Because when you listen to him talk, it sounds like how we sometimes think about or process certain things in our mind, we just don't vocalize it. Mordin kind of seems to do that. So anyways, I just wanted to bring that whole thing up to clarify that this is Michael Beatty. William Salyers plays him in 3. But I think both actors do a great job, regardless of whichever is voicing them.
Professor Mordin Solus?
Turian physiology, resilient, with simple immunobooster. Should be fine now. Now to greetings, human. Curious. Don't recognize you from area. Too well armed to be refugees. No mercenary uniform. Quarantine still in effect. Here for something else? Vorcha? Crew to clean them out? Unlikely. Vorcha a symptom, not a cause. The plague. Investigating possible use as bioweapon. No. Too many guns, not enough data, equipment. Soldiers, not scientists. Yes. Hired guns? Maybe. Looking for someone. Yes, but who? Someone important, valuable, someone with secrets, someone like me. Me, looking for me. Why? Who are you? What do you want?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just love listening to Mordin talk and just break that whole thing down. And you notice what I was talking about. He noticed Garrus immediately. He knew that meant he must have been infected by the plague. So what does he do? He immediately applies an immune booster and vocally says, lets us know, all right, simple boost to his immune system and he should be fine now. Now to greetings. And I love how he talks. It's just so wonderful. In fact, listen to his response when I say this next line here. This is hysterical.
Do you ever pause for breath?
Sorry, I'll try to slow down. No. Can't do it. No time. Who are you?
I'm Commander Shepard, and I'm involved in a critical mission. I need you to come with me.
Mission? What mission? No. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast. Who sent you?
You know what's sad is I think everybody tends to do one of those two different interrupts there, so they never get to catch that little bit of dialogue there where he says, sorry, I'll try to slow down. Just the way he says that. Oh, that sounded so funny. It sounded like it was a combination of him actually trying to speak slower, but also kind of mocking it. Like, okay, I'll try to talk slower. You've heard some people do that. Oh, gosh, I love Mordin. Now, I'm going to pick this option so you can see how he tries to figure it out on his own.
It's a covert and privately funded human group.
Related to plague. Doesn't affect humans. Human-centric interest. Few human groups would know me. Equipment suggests military origin. Not Alliance standard. Spectres. Not human. Terra firma, too unstable. Only one option. Cerberus sent you. Unexpected.
You're very well informed. How did a Solarian scientist hear about Cerberus?
Crossed paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with humans. Turian involvement surprising. Racial tension with humans. Unlikely to help a human-centric organization.
This mission reaches far beyond mere human interests, Professor. We all have to work together to take down the Collectors.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineered. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Our goals may be similar. But must stop plague first. Already have a cure. Need to distribute it at Environmental Control Center. Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
So, you saw why I brought Garrus. That extra bit of dialogue, he basically helps convince Mordin or speak, on behalf of Shepard. And let's be clear, Garrus is not really here to help out the humans and such. He does, of course, care about that and sympathize with that, but he's here for Shepard. If Shepard was not here, Garrus would not be here as well. Shepard is the reason that Garrus is here. Now I'm going to pick this option here because I love Shepard's response to this. Listen to this line by Shepard. It's a great line.
Just once I'd like to ask someone for help and hear them say, sure, let's go, right now. No strings attached.
Life is a negotiation. We all want. We all give to get what we want.
I just love that line from Shepard.
That wasn't a good noise.
Vorcha have shut down environmental systems. Trying to kill everyone. Need to get power back on before district suffocates. Here, take plague cure. Also, bonus in good faith, weapon from dead Blue Sun's mercs. May come in handy against Vorcha. One more thing. Daniel, one of my assistants, went into Vorcha territory looking for victims. Hasn't come back.
So, I have practiced actually trying to do Mordin's voice. It's difficult. It's very difficult to try and talk like Mordin, as you can imagine.
If I see him, I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you. Told him not to go. But he's smart. Bright future, I hope.
I found a Batarian plague victim near the entrance to the neighborhood. Can you send someone to help him?
Risky. Blue Sun's Vorcha still battling. District not secure. See what I can do.
What can you tell me about this plague?
Advanced design. Suspected collectors before you mentioned them. Purpose seems experimental. Destroys respiratory systems with harmful genetic mutations. Makes sense to avoid humans. Unnecessary to force mutation on human genetic structure for sake of variance.
Unnecessary mutations? What are you talking about?
Possible goal of virus. Testing viable mutation levels in various species. Horrific, but feasible for collectors. Humans known to have diverse genetic background, wider range than other sapient races. Makes sense as control group.
What do you know about the Vorcha?
Cowardly, opportunistic scavengers. Not tactical or aggressive. Scale of attack unusual for them. Suspect Vorcha working for collectors. Distributing plague, collecting data. No proof, but theory fits evidence.
Any idea where I can find Daniel?
No. Heard infected Batarians trapped behind Vorcha lines. Daniel went to help. Warned him not to go. Too dangerous. Patients here need him. Snuck out anyway. Wanted to find him myself. Can't leave the clinic. Have to look after the patients.
Have you had any trouble at the clinic?
Nothing major. Blue Suns came for humans, made threats, killed them before things escalated.
For a doctor, you're awfully calm about taking out a group of mercs.
Wasn't always a doctor. Some work with Solarian Special Tasks Group. Can handle myself. Advantage of being Solarian. Turians, Krogan, Vorcha, all obvious threats. Never see me coming.
Let's head for the environmental plant.
The hand cannon?
Yes, good.
The iconic
Release
hand
secure.
cannon.
We'll be here when you return.
There it is. The last gun that Shepard uses at the end of Mass Effect 3. That's why I call it iconic. Do I need the arc projector for this mission? I don't think I do. Let's go with the black hole gun.
Firing a high impact shot. Felt that one. There we go.
Can't talk!
Get ready for close combat! Firing concussive shot! Krogan incoming! Get ready for close combat!
There we go. Alright, so here's where his assistant is.
Please, I'm telling you the truth. I work for Mordin at the clinic. I came here to help you.
We know you're spreading the plague virus. We saw the vials in your bag.
No, those vials contain the cure. Please, you have to believe me.
Maybe we should cut off your fingers. That should loosen your... Look out! Don't move. One more step and we kill your friend.
I know you're scared of the Vorcha, of the plague, but this man isn't to blame. If he was spreading the virus, why would he come into Vorcha territory? They're immune.
She's right. Doesn't make any sense. If we release the prisoner, we can go.
You have my word on it.
Let him go. You got what you wanted, human. Are we free to go?
We had a deal.
Human nobility. I didn't know such a thing existed.
Thank you. I thought they were gonna kill me. Did Mordin send you to find me?
The professor could use your help right now. He's got too many patients and not enough volunteers.
Yeah, okay. I'll go right away. Thanks again. I owe you, well, everything.
Eyes up front.
Okay.
Light him up. One less to worry about.
Firing concussive shock!
One less to worry about. Look out! There we go. You got it.
On my way.
This should slow him down.
Anyone else want some? This'll put him down!
Can't get a lock!
Snipe that one.
Sit down!
I think we're close. We need to inject the cure, then get the fans working again.
You don't come here. We shut down machines, break fans. Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
What do the collectors want?
Collectors want plague. You work for Doctor. Turn on machines. Put cure in air. We kill you first. Ah!
We've been spotted.
Firing an
I
impact
love
shot!
turf.
Nice job, guys.
The central control system is in an alcove in the center of the back wall. You can inject the cure and reinitialize the systems there.
There's the cure. Now let's get those fans turned on.
Sit down!
located the fan controls. There are two, one on either side of the room you're in.
Firing a high-impact shot. There
Okay.
Down you go.
First fan is on. Let's hit the second, and then we can get the hell off of Omega.
Name!
Kick!
Get off!
Okay. You know, wait till see we start clearing a path.
Firing concussive shot! This'll put him down! Head up! He's shot! Scratch one!
Okay.
There we go. Everyone in the district will be inhaling the cure shortly.
Environmental systems engaged. Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Vorcha retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
And thank you from me as well. Those Batarians would have killed me. For a second there, I thought you were going to shoot them even after they let me go.
So, here's the upcoming quote. So again, after I tell them and Mordin has a response to what I say, the assistant's gonna be like, you know, you believe in helping people. The response that Mordin has is one of my favorite quotes in the entire game.
I made a promise to spare them if they let you go. I honor my promises.
Merciful of you. Risky. Would have killed them myself.
Professor, how can you say that? You're a doctor. You believe in helping people.
Lots of ways to help people. Sometimes heal patients, sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said.
Great quote.
Good kid, bit naive. He'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Vorja are gone.
Mordin has a lot of great quotes throughout this entire game. That's one of my personal favorites, though.
We've cured the plague. Are you ready to help stop the collectors?
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
I'm gonna look around for a moment.
I know you. From the apartment. You found me. You told Mordin about me, didn't you? You saved my life.
Remember this the next time you're about to judge our species.
I was wrong about you, human. I was wrong. About a lot of things.
The last time I saw you, you were too weak to move.
2 of Mordin's assistants found me. They gave me the vaccine and brought me back here once I was stable. They were humans, but they risked their lives to find me and bring me to safety.
I'm glad to see you're okay.
I owe you my life, human. Thank you.
I'm I'm holding myself back from commenting on the fact that he said it was a vaccine because of what's going on in real life.
I can't believe Mordin said all those things. I thought I knew him.
Yeah, well, like you said, you'll learn. You are a bit naive. But I guess if Mordin was the one making the vaccine in real life, we'd all be much more trustworthy of it. There. I'm not going to say anything more. I don't want this to become a thing that perhaps shows up in the comment section.
Just need to finish up here at clinic. Won't take long. Beat you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
We're heading out. See you on the Normandy.
Recruited Dr. Mordin Solus for the team. Examination of Omega plague cure confirms Dr. Solus's expertise. Can also use work on Omega as leverage point against Aria if necessary.
Welcome to the Normandy, Professor. It's an honor to have you on board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once, retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
Don't kid yourself, Professor. Humans still come first in the elusive man's eyes, but this mission is too big for them to handle alone.
The Collectors are abducting human colonists out on the fringes of Terminus space.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need me for simple.
Entire colonies disappear without a trace. No distress signals are sent out. There are no signs of any kind of attack. There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all. Except that every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No. Spreads too slow. Airborne virus? No. Slower than gas. Drugged water supply? No. Effects not simultaneous. Intriguing. Fascinating. No distress calls. No signs of resistance. New technology. Marvelously advanced. But what?
This isn't a game. We've lost thousands of people. God only knows what the Collectors are doing to them.
Easy, Commander. Dr. Solus is a problem solver. This is how he thinks things through. We collected evidence from one of the missing colonies, Professor. We need you to analyze it and see if you can figure this out.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. Going to need a lab.
There is a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solus. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
So, that's one of those things that I do have an issue with some of these BioWare games. Sometimes the line here is not very informative of what the character is actually going to say. I didn't entirely realize that's exactly what my shepherd was going to say. And that's not what she would have actually said or meant by that. She would have said that more like a question like, you think this whole thing is actually fascinating? And, I expect more to be like, yes, very fascinating. Use of different technology. On the part of Collectors. Quite fascinating, quite interesting. Eager to learn more about it. So, see, that's kind of me trying to talk like Mordin, except I kind of stumble upon my words a little bit more than he does, clearly, so.
This ship is equipped with an artificial intelligence.
An AI on board. Non-human crew members. Cerberus more desperate than I thought.
The Collectors have taken tens of thousands of colonists. We'll do whatever we have to do to find and stop them.
Yes, of course. Can't risk being captured like colonists. Need to identify, neutralize technology. Need samples. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
Okay. So now, for one of the main reasons why I got Mordin. The upgrade terminal. Because now, certain things that I had before by default are now here, like the different armors and weapons. So some of these used to just be like in your inventory or collection, because some of these were like either DLC or like pre-order stuff that you got included. So now they just added them into the research terminal for you to go ahead and create, so that way you can be able to go ahead and grab it for yourselves if you want. So I, of course, am going to be trying to grab as many of these as I can. It's funny, some of these, they made it where you could be able to actually take the helmet off in the third game. You can't really do that in this game, unless you have a mod that does that specifically. No. Need more stuff before I can continue to get more. So before we talk to Mordin, let's hear what Kelly and Joker have to say.
Mordin's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he is like a hamster on coffee. He's going to be a very productive member of the team. Anyway, what's up?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
So, before I read this, I love that little comparison she makes. He's like a hamster on coffee. And I've always thought, that's not inaccurate when you think about it. Plus, we have a space hamster up in our cabin, so anyways. You're not dead, from Emily Wong. You're alive? How come you broke whatever cover that you've been under for 2 years but didn't offer an exclusive interview to your favorite reporter? Whenever you come up for air and are ready to talk, let me know. Emily Wong. And we will never hear from her again. From Nala Butler. Commander Shepard. My husband was one of the men serving on Garrus's team. I don't know how much Garrus talked to you about what happened. I don't know the specifics myself. Only that my husband died in a trap that was set by those Batarian gangs. I know that Garrus blames himself. He took every shot fired at his squad as a failure on his part, and it was clear when he sent me the message about my husband that he thinks it was his fault. My husband would never have wanted that. He was proud of the work he did on Garrus' squad. He was taking back Omega from the gangs. He died fighting with honor. I miss him. God, I'd give anything to get him back. But whatever happened there was not Garrus' fault. You're his commander now. Please, if you can, help him stop blaming himself. And please, don't tell him that I sent you this. Thank you. Nala Butler. And that last bit there, help him stop blaming himself, is something that Shepard is going to take to heart. when she tries later on to get closer to Garrus. Commander, I've done further investigation regarding your facial scarring, and the old adage of mind over matter holds true. Negative attitudes and aggressive acts create adverse reactions with your cybernetic implants, while peaceful thoughts and compassionate actions promote healing. If you maintain a positive outlook, I believe your facial scarring will heal on its own. Otherwise, there is a surgical equipment that we could use to insulate your cybernetic implants and accelerate your healing regardless of your mental outlook. I've updated plans for the new medical equipment to your research terminal in the tech lab. Sincerely, Chalkwes. We'll go grab that in a moment when we go back to talk to Mordin.
Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get your brother back. And make sure the collectors pay for taking him.
Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
We're just having an argument over personalization of my workspace.
Cerberus regulations are clear, Mr. Moreau. Personalization does not include grease on my bridge cameras.
It's just mad that all its footage of me looks like a dream sequence.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
We're gonna have pop-ups for a little bit here. But this is now gonna certainly make some other missions going forward easier. Now we've got some upgrades.
Shepard, how can I help?
In fact, now we can get some more upgrades from each of our team members.
On other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
Oh wait, that's right, it's actually here. His Omni tool. In fact, thank you, Mordin, for reminding me. Lots of platinum.
Shepard, how can I help?
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Sorry, have done what I can. Focusing on studying collector tech now.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
I love that he, of course he's not going to want them to have bugs and, monitor him the whole time. But he's not going to destroy all of them and be a jerk about it. So he finds one. He can tell it's really expensive, so he goes and returns it to Miranda. I would have loved to have seen the look on her face when she realized that. just like, thank you for your time. Here you are. Goodbye. And he just drops it off and leaves, and she's just like, oh my gosh, that must have been hilarious.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Tasks Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted given wide operative freedom. Spectre's similar. Given goal, told to accomplish. Better funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
Wah wah.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under young captain named Kirahi.
Hey!
Took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
Yeah, we know he's lying, but hey, I met Kirahi.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirahi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmire.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
I love the way he says that. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. But that is also something to keep in mind about Mordin, is that he's, as he said, prefer to just get the job done and go home. He's not really someone who is going to do the whole hold the line thing. He's, like, I'm just going to solve the problem and then go. And that's why he actually has one of the lowest ratings, I guess you could say, amongst all the team members when it comes to surviving the suicide mission. He's the one who's most likely to die in certain points in that mission, which is why my tendency, and I'll elaborate on this when we do the suicide mission, is to have him be the one to escort the Normandy crew back to the Normandy. So that way he's escorted them back, he gets back safely, and all the all the heavy hitters stay there with me instead of sending one of them there.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for a high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Why would STG study the genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions, needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I know you're lying, but it's okay.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
What I like, though, is that he'll actually admit it to us later and kind of own up to it.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
Yep. The Asari-made Solaris armor upgrade is attached to the ship's superstructure. This will help the ship hold together if they are hit by a blast powerful enough to penetrate its shields.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
We've got the best armor available. The rest is outside my expertise, Commander.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
What you want, Commander? Cerberus has ranks, but it's not the Alliance. No rules about fraternization. Your boat, your call. You want to get friendly with everyone? That's your business.
You sound hesitant, Jacob. Am I putting you on the spot?
You're trying to. Sorry if I knee-jerked. Cerberus puts a lot of suspicion in your head. I like you, Shepard, so talk, and we'll see how it goes.
Anyone waiting for you back home?
Only child and no extended family. Never settled down. Didn't seem fair with this job. But you can't miss what you never had.
Yeah, boy, he's gonna change his tune in the next game. Sorry.
You seem okay with taking a risk on me. Why?
Soldiers like us know how important trust is to the crew. I'm not used to seeing it on a Cerberus ship. Definitely not from people they put in command. But you focus on more than the job. A threat this big, you can't just throw people at it blind. They need inspiration.
Oh my gosh, the way some of these are worded, it's just like, no.
There's a lot riding on this, but we can't give up everything.
Not always a choice we get to make. Good to try, though. I gave it my best back in the Alliance. Got labeled a troublemaker. They were always on the lookout for disruptive types. Cerberus isn't any better. They just put more effort into hiding how much they spy on you.
Let them watch. We're not hiding anything.
Wouldn't matter if we were. It's not like they can reel us in. We're handling this, whether they like it or not. Anyway, I should get back to prep. Nice talking to you, Shepard. Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, if I didn't make it clear before, I'm going to make sure to go out of my way to avoid romancing Jacob, because no. Like I said, I think it's the worst romance of any of the characters in all three of the Mass Effect games.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
A better mineral scanner.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Rupert, there's something different with tonight's meal. Seems like you put in more food.
Let's go heal our scars. Ta-da! Thank you, Dr. Chocolates.
Commander, I very much enjoyed sharing that ice brandy with you. But I hope I wasn't too unprofessional. Brandy goes straight to my head.
It's nice to see you let your hair down.
Guess I hadn't realized how much those feelings needed airing. But I didn't give you much of a chance to vent. So tell me now, what do you think?
Everyone's depending on us. We won't let them down.
They just don't make them like you anymore, Shepard. Well, promise me we'll share a bottle every year. The next one is on me.
Now to get the gun upgrades from Garrus, and for him to tell us that he is working on some calibrations.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
A few, yeah. Here, take a look.
The Turian-designed Phaenix magnetic hydrodynamic cannon is now installed on the Normandy. This cannon is powerful enough to destroy a collector ship with repeated hits.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
My current upgrades are working pretty well. That's about the best I can do.
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
The weapons upgrades have gone in beautifully. This thing packs a hell of a punch. It just might give us a chance against the Collectors.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Asari-made Solaris armor can resist even the tremendous heat and kinetic energy of starship weapons. The armor is nearly unsurpassed in strength because its central material, carbon nanotube sheets woven with diamond chemical vapor deposition, are crushed by mass effect fields into super-dense layers able to withstand extreme temperatures. That process also compensates for diamond's brittleness. Diamond armor itself has two limiting disadvantages. First, while nanotubes and CVD diamond construction has become cheaper in recent years, it remains prohibitively expensive to coat starships or aircraft larger than fighters in Solaris material. Second, the armor must be attached to the ship's superstructure, so shockwaves from massive firepower can still destroy the metals beneath the armor itself. A popular misconception holds that the diamond composition of Solaris armor gives it its sparkle. In fact, Atmospheric nitrogen impurities during the superhot forging process give the armor its metallic gray or yellow sheen. Following the Battle of the Citadel, human and Turian volunteers conducted a massive 3-month recovery effort to clear the station's orbit of debris. Secretly, the Turian Office of Technological Reconnaissance volunteers were technology recovery specialists, salvaging the main weapon of the Geth flagship Sovereign and large amounts of its valuable Element Zero core. Contrary to popular belief, Sovereign's main gun was not a directed energy weapon. Rather, its massive Element Zero core powered an electromagnetic field suspending a liquid iron uranium tungsten alloy that shaped into armor-piercing projectiles when fired. The jet of molten metal, accelerated to a fraction of the speed of light, destroys targets by impact force and irresistible heat. Only 11 months after the battle, the Turians produced the Thanix, their own miniaturized version of Sovereign's gun. The Thanix can fire reliably every 15 seconds, rivaling a cruiser's firepower, but mountable on a fighter or frigate.
Funny that the voice actor said it can fire every 15 seconds, and yet the text here says every 5 seconds. I think that may have been a bit of a typo.
Based on existing... Although they were...
Okay. Hold off on that. Okay. So. Ah, that's right. I forgot to go pay a visit to Arya and let her know about the gangs going after her after they were dealing with Archangel. Whoopsie. Alright, so. We should go to the Normandy crash site. That is true. I think we'll do that. I'm also going to go ahead and just do the Firewalker stuff off camera. You guys know as well as I do, it's not important. It's probably one of the worst DLCs they've added to the games. It's not very interesting. It's an in-story, in-lore reason as far as I'm concerned as to how we get and use this thing in Project Overlord. That's to me the only reason to actually do this is it shows us acquiring this thing, and then we use it in Project Overlord. That's it. So, yeah. I'll just do that stuff off camera, and then we'll get that cool little Prothean artifact thing in our room, just because. So, anyways, I'll do some of that stuff off camera. When we return, I think it's time we go pay our respects at the site of the old Normandy. Stay tuned.